Hey, it's Stelle with WFG National Title and How to Be Stellar. Wanted to roll out this month's WFG Client Advantage for October called Rates, Rates, Rates. And to give you a little context before I actually dive into the materials, I wanted to, first off, let you know this was probably the hardest campaign I've had to put together yet. And the reason is, my natural inclination is to go through and find something that's sellable and tell clients why now is the time to either buy or sell a home. Well, what I've been seeing out there is I've been seeing a lot of very disingenuous marketing, which is, talking about all the reasons why everyone needs to do it right now. When in reality, with a softening real estate market, rising rates, it's actually not the ideal time for everyone. Now, that's not to say there aren't people out there that do need to buy or sell or that it wouldn't actually work with. For example, in the Portland market, if I were a flipper or if I were somebody that was holding on to some inventory, I would absolutely be looking to sell that property right now. Now, with that in mind, I had to go back and look at, what is the overarching goal of the WFG Client Advantage? And it's twofold. Number one, to give you something quick, simple, and easy to send out to your clients. And number two, to take you and reposition you as a fiduciary that is looking out for your client's best interest, all the while creating communication. So if I were to come up with a tagline for this, and I haven't really done that, I would say this is creating conversations through value. And that's exactly what the client advantage is. So as we dive in here to the October client advantage, I want to just explain a couple of things. Number one, I've been through a lot of conversations in the last few weeks, and every time I turn on the news or talk to somebody in the industry or even somebody outside of the industry, the overarching topic is rates. So what I wanted to do with the October Advantage is really just kind of hit this head on. Number one, explain what it is and give a little context so that way the client feels like they are better informed to make their decision. And number two, what I wanted to do is, unlike all of the other people out there that are specifically just saying like sell, 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 or buy, 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 regardless of what's happening in the market, I wanted to position you, the real estate broker, as a fiduciary for your client who's actually looking out for their best interest. And I do think this is where you can differentiate yourself to create lifelong context or contacts while still getting transactions done and having the conversations to see if in fact it is beneficial for your clients, or what are the creative ways? Is there a creative financing option? Is there a buy down? Is it an owner carried contract? There may be ways to still get real estate done, but you're not going to know that through an email blast. That's going to be done through conversations, and that is what this is meant to do. So without going through and reading the entire client advantage, if we look through here, a couple of the main talking points are, number one, on average, a $600,000 house or a $500,000 mortgage is going to cost $643 per month for a borrower now than it did in June when it was hovering around 5%. So we're touching on that. We are also touching on the fact that the overall interest that you will pay on the life of that loan is an extra $231,000. So that's a pretty large and jarring number that your client will now have to pay. And then dive into the part where, look, in the Portland market, if you are priced right, you are still getting 100.1% of your asking price. So there is still a solid real estate market out there. It's once again, just putting it in context and wrapping it in a package that makes it understandable. So this portion here can be your email, your letter, a video script, or even potentially a blog post, which is not something I've done in the past just because that takes extra steps. And I want to keep this simple. But overarching theme is we want to make sure that we are setting your clients up with their long-term goals, creating content that is going to be, well, in all honesty, it's going to be something that you may not want to send out from a fact that it's not selling hard. But what it is doing is it's establishing a value in the relationship as a trusted real estate advisor with your clients. Now, if you want to send out a text message to get their attention, here's a text message we created. Are you worried about how rising interest rates affect your home? And almost everyone out there is going to be like, yes, what is this doing? Is it driving down value? Is it killing demand? Is it actually going to help me in some way, shape, or form? People will want to have those conversations. So that's your text alternative. Then when we get into social, if we drive down here and get into the social alternatives, how is a cost of $643 per month going to affect most of your buyers? And that number can even go up or down depending on average price point. But did you know interest rates have already cost you $643 per month since the beginning of summer. Now, right now, the way I have this set up is you can do a message, but if you did create a blog post, then what I would do is I would swipe up to say learn more, and that would go over to the article or the letter that I had actually showed you above. So if you have any questions, please do reach out. It's Aaron Stelle, so Stelle, Stelle, at WFGtitle.com. I'm happy to answer those. Otherwise, I'm always welcoming any kind of feedback. Let me know what your clients say. Let me know what their clients say, and I will talk to you next month.